Hello YouTube. Despite my nasal irritations, I'm going to be continuing the stream. Would you like to see more of Cryptbeards XVIII? Sure, you wouldn't be here if you didn't want to. So let's get rid of my face and get back into the action. So, what's happening? We had ourselves a nice little item made at the end of last recording, just before the break for the liveys, and other than that, we're in a kind of a pickle because we sent our military out on what was supposed to be its first glorious expedition, that would be the word, not exhibition, and sadly, not all of them came back. In fact, the vast majority of them didn't come back, which is problematic because them being dead, the squadron for some reason decided to mark them up as missing. So MIA rather than KIA, when in fact we know they are KIA, which, you know, it's not great. It's not a wonderful set of letters to have after your name. It's no PhD, put it that way. Dr. Dead. Anyway, where was I? I was trying to figure out what to do. We've got a new barracks set up, so I could make an entirely brand new military and get them trained up, disbanding some of the squads we already have. You know what? I think that may be our only option, to be honest. Because can you actually disband us? You can disband a squad. That's good. That's good. So if we disband the Willful Castles, and then we can put Orchimedes and Ubal back in whatever we replace them with. So disband the Willful Castles. Yep. And also disband the High Hammers, because they're pretty much all dead. There we go. And now we can create a squad here, which can have metal armor, ideally. And look at that, Orchimedes has already been populated as the captain of the squad. Isn't that nice? Now, there was a lad called Ubal who was in the squad with him, so let's find him. Ubal, not Ubal. Okay, that's fine. Come on, Dwarf Fortress, don't be like that. It's not Dwarf Fortress's fault in this instance. I am messing this up. Okay, so over here, search UBB. There he is. Enter. Hey, we got him. Fantastic. Excellent. So the Turquoise Ancients, a new squad with a couple of old faces. We need to boost this little lad, this little group up. So if we go over to the therapist, we can assign a few dwarves as we see fit. So let's go to the labour screen. Hello. And we shall sort by squad. There we go. Let's minimise the humorous rocks. We're going to leave those alone for now. And we're going to refresh as well, because I've just realised we don't have... There we go. Here's the new squads, the Turquoise Ancients. So we need 8 people to go in there. So if we sort by profession again, I'm presuming most of the people we put in previously have not reverted straight back. Yeah, they haven't changed their profession yet. So we're going to put Doran here in the Turquoise Ancients. We're going to put not Tekud, he's a child. Eral here, they're going in the Turquoise Ancients. That's 4 people in there now. This guy here, he was a peasant, so he's going in there too. Any more peasants with no sidelines, no other jobs? We've got these 2 here. Sazir, assigned to squad. Turquoise Ancients. And is this Rakus? No, not Rakus. Stakud's going in there. Assigned to squad. The Turquoise Ancients. Boom. So that should give us 10 in the Turquoise Ancients. Let's have a little look. No, apparently that's 7 people in the Turquoise Ancients. So we need 3 more. Fair enough. I can do that. There's no more free peasants. So let's look at the fish dissectors. Certainly a lot less in the fortress. It seems a lot fewer in the fortress. Sorry, I do apologise. But just enough to make up a squad. There we go. There's the Turquoise Ancients. If we commit those changes, scroll back up, it should say there's 10 people in there. Fantastic. So now all we need to do is to go back to Dwarf Fortress and sort the rest of it out. Ta-ta. Well, not really ta-ta. I mean, sort of, but not really. Okay. So we need to go down a couple of... No, actually, we can use this. This barracks can be the one. This can be the one. So, assigned. So the Turquoise Ancients train and sleep in here. Brilliant. And then if we come out of there, so they've been assigned, they can work there. And if we go back to the military screen, we look at the schedule and we find the Turquoise Ancients. We want them to train with, actually, before I do that, excuse me, sleep in barracks at will, inactive, uniformed, that's good. Yep, okay. Pardon me, burping away. Let's take it down to 7 soldiers training at a minimum. That's good. And then we copy and pasty, 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 all the way down. And then that gives us a wonderful, solid training schedule for the Turquoise Ancients. The Turquoise Ancients. Fantastic. And we still have a space left for another militia captain. But we'll come back to that in a minute because I want to do a little bit of work on the Ancients here and give them some proper weaponry. So, with that in mind, we're going to take a quick little trip back to Therapist. Come on, there we go. I'm going to join you. And we're going to go to the military screen. They're sorted by their things and check to see if anyone's got any preferred weapon. Wait a minute, isn't Archimedes in here? Oh, he is, and he's the one who's the competent spear dwarf. Do we have a spear for Archimedes? I don't know, but if we do, we're going to sort it out. Nobody else has any preference, so what we're going to do is just assign them whatever is available. Makes sense, I think? Yeah, makes sense. So, in that case, into the military screen, we go down to the Turquoise Ancients, we look over here, and we say E for equipment, I think. Good. Turquoise Ancients, Archimedes, if we can get you a spear, that would be fantastic. Now, battle axe is assigned. I don't think we want that. Let's remove that, put a new weapon in, and say specific weapon, and hope that we have a spear. Spear, spear, spear. Copper battle axe, copper pick, copper warhammer. Ah, fungi wood spear. That's wood though. Do we really want him using a wooden spear? I don't think we do. Ah, well, if we want him to use a spear at all, then we really only have a fungi wood spear as an option. Ah. Okay. That's an issue because we can't make spears, can we? We have to either claim them from attackers or trade for them. That's a bit of an issue. Okay, in that case, let's cancel that and say weapon, individual choice. You take what you want, Archimedes. You've earned the right. Presumably, if a spear comes up, you'll grab it. But otherwise, everybody else has got a battle axe, and that's cool. And metal armor of whatever variety they can get. It looks like some of them have actually got all their gear. Archimedes has everything except his weapon. Ubal has everything. This guy needs metal headwear. Okay. This is good. This is good. Why can't you make spears, says Plutonium Jesus? Forge some steel ones, they're excellent weapons. Can I what? JMQ SPEAR. Speart. That's wrong. Oh. Holy shit. Alright, I would like a steel spear, please. Thank you. Cool. Alright then. Fair enough. Just going to check the stock levels for axes. How many axes have we got? This is the wrong one. Z stocks. There we go. And then we look for battle axes. Ah, they're all copper. We don't have any steel battle axes. That's slightly annoying. It's okay though. That's okay. We could put in an order for steel battle axes. What do we need? 9. We need 9 steel battle axes. So JMQ STEEL BATT. There we go. Steel battle axes, and make me 9 of those, please. And then hopefully I'll remember to go back and set the equipment to be on them, or to be on the correct dwarves. I don't know what armour they've all picked up. This should be interesting. I imagine they've probably picked up a hodgepodge of copper and iron that we've picked up from enemies and made ourselves. But you know what? How much steel have I got? Let's have a quick look. Check the levels. Check the stocks of steel. Not W, E. There we go. S-T. E-E. Now, we've got 84 steel bars. So I think it's time to start crafting steel armour. With that in mind, let's go to here and find the steel. It'll be in infinite order, won't it? Steel leggings. Steel leggings. Oh, hang on a minute. Steel battle axes. Oh no, that's the ones we just ordered. No, wait, that's a prior order that just hasn't been done yet. Okay. Is that there's 10 left. Okay, let's take away this order of steel battle axes then, because they're already coming. Is it R for remove? It is. Good. We do want a steel spear. That's fine. In fact, you know what? I'm going to make this a max priority option. Did I already remove the leggings order? No, I didn't. There it is. Remove the steel leggings order. And with that in mind, we need... could also consider making adamantine weapons since you have some wafers. Yes, we could, but I was kind of thinking long term with that stuff. Full suits of adamantine armour and weapons for the vampires, because they're still going to be around when it comes to time when we'll be able to make that stuff. Although having said that, it is also true that they're locked up at the moment and can't do anything, so they could have gone bonkers by the time we get the armour. But we'll see. I mean, I know that swords are the best adamantine weapon to make, but I kind of feel like the armour is better than the weaponry, if you see what I mean. Or am I wrong there? Is it much less of a hard division than I thought? Because I feel like adamantine armour is really cool, and adamantine weapons are just cool, but not as cool. Steel is good enough. Or I mean, what is the difference? It's mainly in weight, right? Anyway, enough of this. Let's get some steel armor made. So QSTEEL, and we will start with steel breastplates. Is that the best bang for the buck with steel? Probably, right? Protects all the major organs. Let's do that. Let's go for steel breastplates, and I'll have 10, please. What else can we make with steel? What is another good piece of... Let's make greaves. Screw it. Let's make greaves. QSTEEL space G R greaves. There we go. We'll have 10 of those as well, please. Hopefully that's pairs, right? Sure, it's pairs. Got to be pairs. Do we put these as really high as well? Yeah, let's put these as max priority. There we go. What else do we want? Long boots, says Rices09. Yeah, good idea. Let's do that. Let's get some long boots. Or do they work with greaves? We can melt it down if they don't. QSTEEL space LON long steel high boots. High boots, not that. I thought so. Yeah, high steel high boot. There we go. We need 10 of those. Cute. Okay, so we'll put that as a high priority as well. What was it? Max priority T. So high boots, greaves, breastplate. What else does that leave? Arms. What goes on the arms? STEEL. Braces, are they called? Breastplate, leggings, greaves, gauntlets. Ah, yes, gauntlets. Greaves are the Legos, booties for the footies. Quite right. And they do stack with greaves. Ah, that's good. Good. So gauntlets. Steel gauntlets. 10 of those. Got 2 pages of orders now. Very exciting. Very exciting indeed. What else have we got? Can I set specific items to be decorated with stuff? Because I kind of like the idea of having steel armour decorated with silver and stuff, because we've got a shitload of silver laying around. Mind you, we're making that into silver spikes, aren't we? Bone helms for contrast. Ooh, you know what? I would like bone helms, but unless they're legendary artifacts, bone is not a fantastic material for them. Steel helm. There we go, steel helm, 10 steel helms. I don't know if we're going to have enough steel for all of this, but fingers crossed we do, and also fingers crossed we end up with a few pairs of leggings still knocking around that we can melt down. Well, we can always melt stuff down for more steel, I suppose. If we end up using it all up, we can get some. Don't worry. Good late night to you too, Rices009. Must be pretty late where you are. I mean, you're, what, you 2 hours on from GMT? If I remember rightly, you in Germany or are you in Netherlands? My memory is weak on that front. Right, let's put the steel helm up to the top as well, and I think that's it. Helm, gauntlet, high boot, greaves, breastplate, and the spear for Orchimedes. Seems good. Mail shirts. Oh, okay. Would be the same at the end of the clock? I'm not sure I follow that one, but I'll presume there's some sense that I've just failed to intuit from it. So where were we? Mail shirts. Q S T E E L. Oh Jesus Christ! You made jump out of my skin. I won't. I'll take that out. Sorry, I forgot to take the bins out. I'll take those out. Somebody remind me at the end as well. In fact, I should probably make a note of it. Anyway, where was I? Let's have a little. I've been discombobulated there. The clock pointers are the same for both countries. That's true. But it's not the time zone. That's what I was talking about. Not the mechanistic method of telling the time. The location to which your time has been adjusted. Oh, God. Kel just put something in the bin and the smell wafting out of it is quite awful. I may have to actually take a short break to take the bins out before the end of the stream. Oh, fuck. I'm just going to have to put my t-shirt over my face. Apologies if it muffles my voice. That bin is awful. What am I looking for? The same time zone. Oh, okay. So you're in the same... Oh, the Netherlands and the German... Man, I'm stupid. How do I fail to fucking figure that out? Mail shirts, that's what it is. Steel mail shirts. There we go. 10 of those, and that can also go to the top of the priority list. Boom. Boom. Cool. And if we go down here and watch our forge zone, we may even see some of this stuff getting made. Hopefully. That would be ideal. And then we can say to everybody, wear steel armour. That'll be good, wouldn't it? Except for Portugal/UK, everything in the east is literally the same for a good range. Oh, right, okay. I didn't realise. So where does it switch? Where's the +1 line? I thought it was somewhere in the English Channel. That's the point. Does everybody else in Europe call it the English Channel, or have they got their own local name for it? Is it called the French Channel to the French? And the uninteresting piece of water to everyone to the west of the French. Hang on, east of the French, of course. Nonsense. You can't go west of the French without becoming the English, or going to, whatever. I'm losing my mind. It's all this Brexit madness. Let's have a little look and see if any of this has been made. What are you boys doing? What's your current order? Steel leggings. Okay, that hasn't come through that I've cancelled the order yet. But that's okay. If there's a few bits and bobs with steel leggings left over, that's no problem. We can melt those down and we can get on with the job in hand. UK and Portugal. Oh, okay, so Portugal's basically straight south, really. I suppose it is, yeah. The Engleska Kanalan. Ah, right, okay. Well, I didn't know that. It's funny that. I wonder how many places. I wonder what the most contested place is for naming. I wonder if there's a place on Earth that has the most variety of different names for the different people who've been there. It's probably going to be some horribly contested piece of colonial land, isn't it? It's going to be a place where the most vile atrocities have taken place just to lead me to a little bit of trivia. Oh, the terror of it. Sweden, Poland, coastal region, right from Italy are the +1. Oh, okay, so it's quite far over before you get +1. I always remember going over to France and having to go put my watch on an hour. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. It's highly likely. I haven't been abroad for quite a while. Last place I went, where was the last place I went? I think it was Amsterdam. Or it might have been Belgium. I think it was Amsterdam. God, it's been a while since I've been on holiday. Mind you, I've got little kids. Right, where was I? Oh yes, I was carefully and patiently watching these dwarves getting on with their jobs. I feel like I need to check my orders again, because that steel leggings thing is still popping up. Steel leggings. So we've got mail, shirts, helms, gauntlets, high boots, greaves, breastplates, spear, shearing, brewing, mealing, blocks, tetrahedrite ore, thread, melt metal object, spike copper ball, menacing silver spikes, double copper, blah blah blah, yarn into cloth, metal strands, battle axe, steel battle axe. Greece and above up to Finland is the start of the +2 line. Okay. I know a lot less about time zones than I thought I did. Of course, they can't be that bloody regular, can there? There's only going to be, what, is there 24 or 12 times? I don't even know how many bloody time zones there are. It's got to be 24, right? Otherwise it's going to be well out of alignment. Ah, look, more traders. Fantastic. Let's stop thinking about time zones and start watching these traders as they make their way down to my trading depot, which I know they can make their way to. In fact, let's not watch them. Let's watch the depot itself as I call up the goods. Who's got the goods? So we want to go to the weapon bins and bring all those up, because that's where the spike balls are. And then we also need to look at trap components just in case. Aha! There's another weapon bin that wasn't listed in the weapon bin thing. Interesting. We also want to call our trader to come and trade. And then we'll sit here and wait until there's someone to do. Someone to do? Something to do. Now I got you in a shambles and it destroys your 24-hour day idea. That's it. You've so discombobulated me that I just can't cope anymore. The concept of time is now no longer a thing in my mind. I'm experiencing everything all at once. It's quite interesting. It's a strange experience, but it does make things quite confusing. Which is why I'm going mad. Ah, come on, get your little oxens, your little pack animals in here. Unpack all your stuff from your pack animals, and we can get on with packing in the trades. Pack, pack, pack. Have they brought up the weapon bins yet? I don't see anyone moving there, but I do see some bins in the flashing array of things. Ah, here we go. Here comes a weapon bin. We have 50 odd idlers, so I feel like the stuff is probably already in transit, right? Or maybe that was the last one. No, here comes another one. They're taking their time bringing up these bins. -10 up to -11 shares the same as +13 and +14. All right, now I feel like people are deliberately trying to warp my mind. I now ban the subject of time zones. I bloody well wish I'd never brought it up. No more time zone talk for now, until I forget that I've said that and bring the conversation topic up again, as is inevitable. Here comes another bin. Blimey, they're taking a long time. Oh, this other guy's going a bit faster though. Oh, no, it's an optical illusion. I thought, don't worry. They're all moving at the same speed. Which is slow, very slow indeed. Mind you, we're running at 34 frames a second and less, so that would explain the slow moving. I don't know what we can do to reclaim them though. We've got to get those frames up. Maybe we're going to have to send some people into like isolation chambers or something, just lock them up so there's no pathing from them. 9 different terms behind the time. Oh man, there's actually some. I've noted there are a few different calendars that were proposed beside the one that was eventually decided on. And there was, during the French Revolution, someone proposed metric time. Was it metric? No, sorry. Decimal time. Like, like 10-day weeks, 10 months a year, all that kind of stuff. And apparently it worked quite well. Although, honestly though, no, thinking about it, I was about to say, oh, never mind, the one we've got is obviously better. And then I started thinking about it and thought, no, it's not. I can never be quite sure how many days are in a month off the top of my head. I have to figure it out. I prefer regularity, if anything. Right, they've probably got all this stuff in here for trading now. That's a good enough reason to stop talking nonsense. Let's have a look. Zuntir. Greetings from the mountain homes. Your efforts are legend there. Let us trade. Zuntir seems willing to trade. Well, that's good. And the fact that he's a dwarf is good as well, because it means we don't have to worry about selling him all of our wooden shit, so we can go find our cherry wood balls and put them up for sale. Let's do it. That peach wood ball's pretty valuable. Cherry wood ball. Apricot wood ball. Got 14 grand in at the moment. I mean, that's pretty good. 28 grand. We'll see what we can do with that first. Let's have a little look around. We could buy some bars, but zinc, bismuth, bronze, and electrum. Pewter, trifle pewter. I mean, I'm not that excited by any of that. Let's ignore that. Blocks. Don't need blocks. I'm pumping out blocks like there's no tomorrow. A giant brown recluse splider silk rope, I'm guessing. And it's probably not a Gintbrun Ruckle Splitter silk rope. That's highly unlikely. Cave spider silk ropes, bobcat leather water skins, a clear glass UK. Okay, I'm presuming that's actually supposed to be an uck. Oh, a Maggle. What's a Maggle? Okay. Oh, and some Isrums. These are new. These are new instruments, aren't they? This is a well-crafted giant lorikeet leather Isrum. The blowpipe is made from andesite. The bag is made from giant lorikeet leather. The melody pipe is made from giant raven bone. The drone pipes are made from giant skunk bone. The Isram is a mid-sized handheld wind instrument through which constant airflow is maintained by the use of a leather bag, itself supplied by a stone blowpipe. The musician selects the pitch by stopping holes in the bone melody pipe attached to the bag. The melody pipe is a cylindrical bore tube. 3 bone drone pipes provide constant accompaniment. The instrument has a 3.5 octave range, going from a low to a mid-high pitch. At all pitches, the instrument has a round, vibrating timbre. It has 2 registers. The low register has a rough, heavy timbre, and the high register begins at mid-low pitch and has a wobbling, fragile timbre. I'm not going to attempt to imitate that one. It's too late at night, and I suspect that at least one of my children is awake, so if I'm too loud, that's going to cause all manner of problems. This is a stoneware Maggle. The Maggle is a large stationary percussion instrument. It consists of a ceramic bar. The musician plucks the bar. The instrument has a single middle pitch. The instrument has a reedy, muddy timbre. Reedy? A reedy, plucked ceramic bar? I mean, you'd have to have pretty strong fingers to pluck a ceramic bar, right? I mean, this isn't guitar calluses. This is like Hulk fingers. Okay, we're not going to be buying the Maggle anyway. Let's have a look at the uck. This is a clear glass uck. The keyboard is made from giant cassowary bone. The case is made from clear glass. The strings are made from pigtail. The uck is a mid-sized handheld glass musical instrument which houses 27 cloth strings. The musician uses a bone keyboard to select which of these strings are struck. The instrument has a nearly 5-octave range, going from a mid-low to an extremely high pitch. At all pitches, the instrument has a crisp timbre. It has 2 registers. The low register has a piercing, slicing timbre. The high register begins at high pitch and has a full, strained timbre. Sounds very exciting, but I'm not buying their glass harpsichord. I know a harpsichord when I see one. I'm not interested in steel puzzle boxes or bismuth bronze mini forges. A yak bull? No, we won't buy that. We can't milk it. Not in any meaningful cheese-making or drinking sense. Do I want to buy a cat? Not really. Llamas, however, and alpacas. Yes, please. I mean, they're breedable animals, so we'll buy a bewillied one. A bewillied? That's a weird way of saying male. I won't have a rooster though. They're noisy and they fertilise my eggs, leading to less yum-yums. So we won't be doing that. We'll buy some ale, beer, wine, ale, etc. Birchen buckets, copper short swords. Could buy some weaponry. Silver battle axe? Nah, we're getting steel ones being made. Oh look, here's a steel spear. Bingo. No need to panic. Archimedes is already fully kitted out. That's good to know. Training swords, another steel spear, but this one's worth a lot more. Why is this one so cool? It's just a well-crafted steel spear. What about just a steel spear? Does the quality, you know what, let's splash out a bit. Let's get him a nice one. Get him a nice one. Buckler, copper shield. Lots of stuff made of brown recluse spider silk. Black leather left mitten. It's a leather left mitten. A black-handed gibbon, that's what it is. Very exciting. Quicklime bag. Dimple dye. Rambutan wood chest. Black sand bag. We're not really doing the glass thing this time, so I can't bother to buy loads of sand. Dwarven wheat flour, sure. Sweet pod seeds, why not? Gypsum plaster, yeah, go on then, why not? We'll buy a bit every now and again. Avocado wood chest, cloth bin. Screw it, let's buy cloth bins. We're making clothes and stuff now, so we may as well buy in this shit because we're going to increase the value of it. And our dwarves will get clothes, which I'm sure they'll love. Who doesn't love clothes? I mean, I must admit, I'm not particularly bothered by clothes, so I suppose I'm not. I don't love clothes. Stupid to ask the question in the first place, really, when the only answer was me, isn't it? Let's buy some leather as well, just in case there's a few people who have a fondness for leather clothes in the fortress. A little bit of a gimp suit. Maybe some arseless chaps. Oh, here we go. Scepters, bolts, no. Rings, onyx opals, anvils. Here's all the food. So we'll start with the giant iguana meat. We'll go down past the chopped llama liver, prepared dog brain, prepared giant wren brain. Here's some fish, more fish, shellfish, plump helmets, lots and lots of plump helmets, squashes, lettuce leaves, cranberries, etc., musk melons, bit of vetch leaves, squashes, and, oh, stopped in the perfect place, just where the pigtail thread starts. That's lovely. Keep going down a bit more. We're seeing some yarn, some thread, bismuth bronze greaves thrown in for some reason with all the cloth stuff. Leather backpacks. A backpack's cool. What do they even do? Can the dwarves use them to carry more stuff or anything? Or carry stuff quicker? I mean, that's the only thing I really care about there. I want it to be carried quicker rather than more of it. Steel axe blade. Bismuth bronze spike. Camel cheese. Let's buy a load of cheese. Dwarves love a bit of cheese, don't they? I know I do. I'm a lover of cheese. Cherrywood splints. Ashen crutches. Rainfallen rivers. A quandary. Presumably, rather than ranfallen rivers, a quandary. Let's have a little look and see what that's about. This is a well-crafted sheep parchment. This is a well-crafted sheep parchment scroll. The rollers are made from realgar, or railgar. Railgar? Railgar. Written on the item is a manual entitled Rainfallen Rivers, a Quandary, authored by Thone Embrace Bronze. It concerns a worldwide cycle involving precipitation, oceans, rivers, and other forms of water. The writing drives forward relentlessly. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. You know what? I don't care. I'm buying it. I like a good book. Chert bookcase. A kumquat wood desrem case. I'm presuming that's a piece of a musical instrument, right? Yes. It's the housing for the workings of the instrument. Good. Erush frame. For the survival of animals. For the love of the survival of animals, maybe? This is a well-crafted reindeer parchment scroll. The rollers are made from native copper. Written on the item is a manual entitled For the Love of the Survival of Animals, authored by Cydia Winterriver. It concerns the struggle for survival among creatures. The writing shows a hint of tenderness. Overall, the prose is masterful. Okay, well, we're buying it then. A graphite-bound codex, well crafted. The written portion consists of a 61-page manual entitled Give Me the Atlas, authored by Neri Swamp Practice. It concerns the collection of maps and other information into a single text. The writing indulges the author's every whim. Overall, the prose is masterful. Well, we'll have that then. Let's see what the Lignite-bound codex contains. A 129-page manual entitled The Origin of Rainfall and More, authored by Thillery Shotzing. It concerns the origin of rainfall through evaporation and condensation. The writing is somewhat showy. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Isn't really relative, we're just going to buy it anyway. And then other than that, the only thing of note to see there is a chimpanzee skin parchment sheet, which is quite dark in my mind, quite dark. Give Me the Atlas is a fantastic name. It is a good name for a story. Not a story, sorry, a book about making maps. Or collecting maps together. What else is an atlas after all, other than collected maps? I suppose it's just a big map. Or is an atlas the name of a collection of maps? I'm sure Google can tell me. So there's nothing else here that I'm particularly excited by. I'm only trading for 7 grand's worth of stuff, and he's making a profit of around 20 grand. Which seems a little much. So maybe I should just buy some more of his shit. Maybe we should just buy everything he's got. It's a power play. It's a bit baller. But it's not outside the realm of possibility. And, could be fun. Mind you, there's a lot of shit to be picking up. Let's buy all his bars. Buy those. That'll do. How much is that worth? It's only an extra grand on top. Nothing too exciting. Do we want to buy his blocks? I don't think so. We've probably got difficulty storing blocks. Sheep wool rope. Sure, let's buy some ropes. Ropes are cool. Everybody loves ropes. I'm not so sure about 680 credit ropes, though. What's special? Oh, this is a pigtail rope. It is encircled with bands of rectangular native platinum cabochons. It is made from pigtail cloth. The thread is midnight blue with dimple dye. Very nice, although I feel a bit crazy. Oh, look, a cave spider silk rope for even more. This one's worth over £1 grand. Almost £1.5 grand. This is a cave spider silk rope. It is encircled with bands of well-crafted radiant cut alexandrites and oval shale cabochons. It is made from cave spider silk cloth. The thread is midnight blue with dimple dye. On the item is a well-designed image of a dwarf in brown zircon. A single image of a dwarf on the rope, or is the dwarf stretched out along the length of the rope, I wonder? Probably not. Or maybe it's on there so that it only shows when you coil it properly. I whispered you the Atlas, says Rices009, which presumably is not another title for a book, although I like that. That's a pretty good title for a book. I whispered you the Atlas. What would it be about? Maybe it's about let's just try and come up with something. I whispered you the Atlas. Okay. It's a story about someone reading a book from a parent who took them on a road trip as a baby, but then subsequently is no longer around, maybe dead or disappeared or something, I don't know. And it's all about how they told them all about where they were going and stuff. Sounds pretty shit, to be honest, but it does suit the name. I Whispered You the Atlas. I'm sure the adaptation would be up for an Oscar. Even though it's an entirely hypothetical, non-existent film. Stone, should we just buy these musical instruments for the hell of it? Let's do it. What else? That's 9 grand. He's still making 20 grand profit. I mean, we could take some of our spiked balls off the table. I mean, do we really need our balls on the table? I don't think we do we? I think we're pretty good. We could buy some barrels. Barrels are always useful. Pig's milk barrel, sure. You know, I'll buy some buckets as well, even though one of them is apparently worth 100 credits. Oh, not a training sword though, we don't need that. I think other than that, we're really done. Yeah, let's just take some balls off the table because you don't want to trade with your balls on the table. Right, he's making 8 grand profit. He's got to be happy with that, right? Let's do it. Trade. Are you sure you want to trade the selected goods? He seems ecstatic. I'm not surprised. He's made 8 grand profit. There we go. All done. And let me just check my whispers. Wispy whispers. Wispy whisper. Wispy whisper. Wispy whisper. I'm not seeing any Twitch whispers. Is it a Steam whisper or a... is it a... Ah, it's a... No, it's not a whisper. Well, that's a notification of Clinodev mentioning me in the Dwarf Fortress Discord. Okay. Where is this whisper? What kind of whisper is this, Rices? I'll have to come back another time and check. Sorry, I got distracted there. Just made the mistake of checking how many upvotes my post on Reddit got about this stream. Aww. Never mind. Don't worry. Clay's whisper. Oh, okay. I see. That makes sense now. That's why I can't find it. Makes a lot of sense. Hello, Vehemups. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us. So we've got our stuff being built, and now we can definitely assign a steel spear to Archimedes because we bought one. So that's good, isn't it? Archimedes, individual choice weapon. No. That's not happening anymore. Now you have a specific weapon, and it's this steel spear. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I'm quite pleased with what's happened here. Good. And now we should basically let things pootle along for a bit. Because, I mean, we need to build up our stocks. Let's just check to see what we've got in terms of steel equipment. How many of anything has been made? Huh. Okay, we've got a mail shirt. That's good. But that really is the only thing we have otherwise. It's okay though. It's coming through. The mail shirt will come through first, and then we'll end up eventually with a breastplate, and it'll all be good. What have you managed in Godot, Scoundrel? Sorry, I keep harping on about Godot. I get excited about game dev. So far, I've imported some meshes, and that's about the size of it. Nothing too exciting. I've got an idea. I've got a plan. I've got something I want to do. But as of yet, I mean, because I can't really code to any meaningful degree, it does make things a little bit awkward. But I'm figuring I've got a very simple idea. Little basic 3D fixed turret shooter thing. And I think I can do it. I think it shouldn't be a problem. Getting the basic model in, as in getting all the pieces moving and stuff, it will be relatively straightforward, but making it look pretty and then sort of coding in all the scoring system, that's the bit that's difficult. And we'll see how it works out. I mean, you know, anyone's got any ideas or, you know, wants to do anything, you know, feel free to suggest, pop into the Discord and, you know, say what you fancy doing, because I'm interested in learning it, and the only way to learn it is to do stuff. And, you know, it's easier to do things in a group. Much easier. People get motivated by, you know, doing stuff as a group. It's quite difficult to motivate yourself to do something on your own. He says, streaming for like 6 years to precisely 0 people. Well, actually, no, it wasn't that long. Probably at least 3 years I was streaming to nobody, though. Hang on a minute, is this a goblin? Oh, no, it's just a dwarf who looks a bit gnomey. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Nobody panic. Right, let's see how many we've ticked over now. Stocks. Okay, they're making all the male shirts first. Ah, okay. So let's check the order that we've got these things being made in. So male shirts first, then helms, then gauntlets, high boots, greaves, breastplates. You know what? I'm going to move these up. P, 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 P. And then we're going to go for the greaves and the high boot, helm, then gauntlets, and we can remove the spear order because we don't need it. We bought a spear for Orchimedes. Then again, maybe the one we make here will come out better. Is an adamantine spear a good weapon, or is that a dreadful waste of adamantine? A cube which can jump and can alternate other cubes by pushing them, so the other cubes change their position. Ooh. My idea is I've gone for like a full proper game idea to cut my teeth on, which is probably insanity. But the idea is that it's set in a kitchen sink, which has a group of gnomes who are employed to do the washing up, and they have like a crane system which pulls the cutlery and plates and stuff on a big gripper and holds them in the sink, and then you play the gnomes manning the water and soap cannon, and you have to shoot the right concentrations and the right proportions of soap and water at stuff, and then maybe trigger a scrubber to come in or something. I'm not sure about that bit yet, but you have to squirt with your little cannon soap and water to get all the dirt off of it, and then I want to hang the rest of it off of that, so different types of dirt to squirt off the plates and cutlery, different types of things to wash, maybe some improvements for the soap cannon and stuff like that, and then maybe hang a little story around it as well. I mean, the hardest part is probably going to be just generating the art for it. Even modelling plates and sinks and stuff is all going to be fine, but as soon as it gets to the point of animating the turret, I'm going to be hitting a hard wall of ignorance. But that's okay. You know what? Hard walls of ignorance can be beaten down with a little bit of concentration, I suppose. So a classic catapult game. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I suppose so. A nice little 3D fixed catapult game. No, well, I was thinking make it like a little bit slightly different by trying to do like the water stream as like an arced parabola. So so it looks like actual water squirting out of the thing rather than firing blobs of it or something. But yeah, I like it. I think the whole thing will work. I'm looking forward to giving it a go at least. I've modelled like a basic turret shape and a sink shape in Blender and imported them in, and now I need to start thinking about collision surfaces and then the controller logic for the turret itself. There's little baby steps each way, or little baby steps to be made that'll drive towards eventual progress. Okay, how much have we made now? Let's check the steel stocks again. Steel, and we now have 4 male shirts, which are exceptional and superior. Oh, we also have steel helms. Okay. Interesting. Not superior or... Well, one of them is superior, but one of them is neither superior nor exceptional. I mean, isn't an inventory the good one? So maybe... I don't know. All these chain leggings are inventories too. Who's nicked these? Cheeky little bastards. Okay, don't keep it paused in a menu. Don't keep it paused in a menu. Otherwise you'll get no progress whatsoever. And the idea of no progress does kind of annoy me. I want to make at least some progress. Because I think all we've had so far is setbacks. Have I left my trader to stay in there? I have. Let's get him out of there. There we go. And let's move our goods from the depot. Boom. There we go. And then hopefully the traders will take off in a minute. And we'll have our depot back. And hopefully all the stuff we've bought will be shifted into the right places. Although somehow, I'm guessing it won't. it's kind of likely that it will just get left in there. We've had it before. We've had this terrible happening again. We will have this terrible happening again. Anyway, making a stream of water look like a stream of water might be a little difficult, but maybe I'm just not thinking of a good way to do it. I was thinking, Claycree, of... I don't know if Godot will support this, but in Blender you can get a fairly convincing thing by instancing metal balls along a curve, and then just, you know, giving them a little animated jiggle. And that doesn't look too bad if you put a decent shader on it. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if Godot supports metaballs even. So if it doesn't, I'll have to think of a different way to do it. Maybe an extruded tube with a surface animated with a noise texture displacement that's rotating in one of the three-dimensional axes. If you grasp what I mean. I think I can manage it. It may have to be a pre-animated, pre-rendered thing, but if you put enough variety in it, it should be okay, right? Bryce's Mrs. Sprites. You see, the funny thing about that is, I am absolutely crap at representing anything in 2D other than as plan drawings, like proper technical things. That I can just about manage. If I want to do like anything that is even halfway to convincing visually, it has to be done in 3D, because I just can't do it otherwise. I do not have the skills required. They're still banging out a shitload of copper balls, aren't they? Do we really need spiked copper balls? Looking at that last trade, I feel that we probably have enough spiked balls for now, just to last us. So let's go into there, and we will remove the spiked copper balls order. In fact, I'm also going to remove the menacing silver. Oh, do I want to do that? Because we've made some significant progress with that. Oh, I don't know. Oh, let's remove that copper crossbow one. That's just not been done for ages. Don't want any more copper battle axes. The steel battle axes need to go higher up the list. So let's press P on those, get them up with everything else. And I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good there. Let them get back on with things. Just got reminded of the stream of water. One of the older games used a water spell which shooted water sprites off your character. Ah, I see. I see. What? There's so many like that. There's so many things in computer games that have must been redone and redone so many times for a new game. One of the things that appeals to me about the free open source kind of nature of Godot is if it ends up working like Blendy, what you'll probably see is a lot of sort of the sort of low level problems, sort of, you know, fundamental elements of games kind of pre-packaged and available just to sort of assemble what you want with from like pre-made pieces, which might not otherwise be so readily available on other platforms. I mean, obviously, other platforms do have that, but I find that it doesn't usually compare in any meaningful way to what you get with Blender, because there is a lot of exciting stuff out there that is just available. You can just get it straight away and use it, and there's no problems with it. It's good. A lot of people watching this probably go, "What is Blender? What are you talking about? How is this relevant to Dwarf Fortress?" And to be honest, it's not. Claycree has somewhat derailed me from the Dwarf Fortress mindset. I am now thinking about 3D modelling and the daunting task of becoming at least an adequate programmer. Well, I say adequate. I don't have to be adequate. At least a bare minimum programmer. It's all right, Claycree. I don't mind. I don't mind. But yeah, I'm always open to hearing interesting things about that kind of stuff. If anyone's interested, pop in the Discord. There's always a few things going on in there. I say always. It's been pretty dead this week. But often there's chit-chat going on. Worth stepping in. Worth having a little look. Come on, lads. Something's got to happen. I mean, at the moment we're just basically waiting for the armour to get built up for this military squad and having them train. But it's just taking so long. And at 44 frames a second, are there any low-hanging fruit methods of reducing lost frames? I mean, maybe try to cut down the traffic between the dining hall and everywhere else. And we could also set up another squad. I mean, we're not going to give them any arms and armour, but the space is... Oh, hello. What's this? Space is there for them. Why have we got this big black line? Where are we? Oh, okay. Okay. This looks like it's a new migration wave, right? Yep. New migrants. I mean, fair enough. They're going to get militarised pretty quickly. That's fine. I'm sure they'll understand. We've got issues. We've got to be able to go out and raid. We've been humiliated by our neighbours. There's a little goblin and elf settlement, and they've only got less than 10 people, yet they repelled 20 of our dwarves. It's very upsetting. Worm's Revolution had a water gun with a similar effect. It did not look realistic in the slightest. Well, I'm not sure if I'm even going to necessarily go for a realistic water stream. You know, three-dimensional, yes, but realistic, maybe not. We'll see. Because, I mean, I've been having a bit of fun playing around in Blender, creating material shaders that simulate the techniques for painting Games Workshop miniatures. And on the Rhino test subject that I made, the test model, it actually came out looking all right. So I'm considering, rather than going for a semi-realistic kind of style, I might try and make it look like painted miniatures. Why is there a corpse on the floor there? What happened? Did somebody just keel over and die? Abal Unibardum's corpse. One of the military lads just popped his clogs. He's not in the combat... Oh, here he is. He is in the combat reports. That was a while ago. Oh, Abal. What happened? Well, it looks like we need another member of the Turquoise Ancients to get drafted. Damn, son. Damn. Well, in that case, I better go to Dwarf Therapist. Jesus. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he was already dead. Maybe he died during the Weir Tapir incursion. It's always possible. Look at me slumped in my chair. There we go. Sorry, I'll go as Dwarf Therapist as well. We need one more person to go into the Turquoise Ancients, and I'm seeing somebody here who's killed 24 people. He's got to already be in a squad, right? No, he's not. What is this Kogan? Show me more, Kogan. There he is. What does he do? Nothing. He's a Gelder. Let's quickly read the dwarves again, just to make sure something hasn't changed here. He's a vampire. He's a vampire. Oh dear. Let's just quickly check that new migration wave that arrived. I'm not entirely sure they're a safe bunch. There were 9 of them. Oh my god. There was a migration wave. It just so happened that it coincided with the returning... Oh, okay. I got confused because we had the military returning. And I thought, because I saw Archimedes in this arrival list, that it was him and all of the military. But of course, most of them died, didn't they? So some of these people will have been new arrivals. And we didn't even see the bloody vampire. Oh, shit. How embarrassing. Let's look at this new migration wave quickly. We've got a great trapper. We've got a good doctor. Let's have a little look on the military screen. Sort of migration wave. There we go. Oh, nothing really exciting there. But this lad's got 24 kills. This guy's got 61 kills, and he's not even a vampire. Although he did kill Closed-Wandered the Grizzly Bear Man. Other than that, it looks like it's mostly animals. My God, where has this man been? He's killed 3 coatis, 3 giant snails, 3 king snakes, 3 orangutans, 3 black mamba men, 3 red pandas, 2 tapir men, 2 wombats, 2 giant hamsters, 1 giant mountain goat, a knoll man, a brown recluse spider man, a sloth bear man, an eye man, 1 Bilu, a chinchilla man, a giant tick, a deer man, a capuchin man, a mandrill man, a lorikeet man, a giant grey parrot, a giant lorikeet, a blue jay man, a python man, an iguana man, a white-haired gibbon, a masked lovebird man, Lots of anthropomorphic manimals here I'm seeing. Tons, in fact. I think he's got a bit of an issue. Don't you? He seems like the kind of person who might have a bit of an issue. This guy here, though, Toulon, he's killed an elf. I like that. And he's got level 7 discipline. Tell you what, you're going in. You're going into the Turquoise Ancients. Bingo. There you go. You may not have the largest number of kills, but you seem to have the focus required to get good. So we're going to put you in there. Oh, you've also got level 6 raw fighting skill. That's good. Only Zan has more with 7. Okay, but what do we do about this vampire then? Kogan Olanadag. Well, he's not going to be called that in the fortress, is he? He's going to be under a pseudonym. Oh, holy shit, it made me jump. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Scared the shit out of me there. Where was I? Kogan. Right, we need to find this lad and get him into the... well, actually, we just assigned to squad. Crypts of equivalence. Boom. There we go. Bingo. In which case, we now need to wall him in with the other vampires. Although, that's a problem, because last time we opened that vampire door, Claycree just ran out and drained, I think it was the broker or something. So maybe we need to think about making a staging area, another room for that boy to go in. Let me go to the military screen. Look at the Crypts of Equivalence. What's his name? Oh, okay. He kept his original first name. Intriguing. Oh, hold on a minute. There we go. Back over to Dwarf Fortress. Let's not leave you there. So, yes, he kept his first name for real in the fortress. That's unusual. He's a Marks Dwarf. It's all good. I'm going to pause things. Go down to the vampire chamber. And what I could do is wall him in over here for now. I'm going to do it. I'm going to say squad, the Crypts of Equivalence. I would like to move you over here. Bink. That's it. And then let's unpause it. Let him run down there and say build. Is it capital W? That's a wall grate. It's a wall. Just a regular W? No, that's a workshop. Capital C. Yeah, capital C W. There we go. Pop a wall in there and we'll make it out of rhyolite blocks. And hopefully he'll get in there before the thing gets built. That's the dream. Let's hold on to the dream and hope as much as we can that he gets in there first. That small area north of the vamp room could be the staging area. This here is actually already someone's bedroom, I think. Oh, hang on, is he building that wall already? Ah, shite. D. Remove construction. That wall, please. Thank you. There we go. Although at least that will leave a nice rhyolite block there, waiting for everything to get set. He was just about to go in there as well. Bloody hell. Come on, deconstruct the wall. Get that little block out of there. That's it. You can do it. How has it taken him so much longer to deconstruct it than to build it? Surely knocking things down is quicker than putting them up. I haven't got it paused, have I? No, I haven't. Good. There we go, finally. And then will our little vampy friend come down now? Come down, vampire friend, and hide in the little nook or cranny, depending on what you want to call it. Now we need to rebuild that wall. So build, capital C, W, and we pop one in there, and we build it with that rhyolite block, and hopefully the person who does it isn't a tit and doesn't wall themselves in with the vampire. Bang! Smooth as butter. Although, technically, butter doesn't necessarily have to be smooth, because it sort of like sets in all manner of shapes, doesn't it? Mind you, I've never seen rough butter before. No, hang on. My mind's going to a very bad place. Let's just backpedal from there. The fishery worker is very drowsy. Oh, poor fishery worker. What a tragic end. Why have they still not dumped this bloody corpse? It's definitely been flagged for dumping. Let's forbid it and unforbid it and see what happens. Is anyone going to pick it up now? Has that taken away any flags that were on it, preventing it from being moved? Come on, we don't need this corpse stinking the place up, although it appears to have had all of its stinky bits evaporated off through the process of miasmal conversion, which is nice. You meant the undug area. Oh, yes, okay. What I might do is, if we go down to the vampire chambers, I could dig out a barracks for them on this floor and then wall that off. Or put some floodgates in, perhaps. Yeah, we could do. In fact, we've got the miners just hanging around doing nothing at the moment, so we may as well actually get in there. Oh, hello, Vermont again. You should be able to build a lock system with floodgates for the vamps pretty easily. With that many vamps, you really should give them a nice training area and train them up with axes or spears. I think so. Why floodgates? Are vampires fluid? Well, no, because then you can open it. Just because you can open and close them with a lever. That's the pure reasoning behind floodgates. Although, is there a better option? Is there a better option? Can you do a lock system without floodgates? You can control doors with levers. What? Aren't doors easier to bash through though? Or am I being a needless worrywart? Okay, let's dig this training room out first anyway. So I'm going to do it from here. We'll give it a single doorway, and then we'll give it a little staging area. Okay, and then off that staging area, we're going to do a little storeroom. And this is the storeroom where we're going to stash all the stuff that we want to give the vampires without letting them out. And then here's another floodgate, bosh, and then another little room, and then maybe just for safety, a third floodgate, and then we can have the training room proper, which will start there and go like this. Now, what do they need to keep them sane in their training rooms? They don't need food, don't need drink, and they don't need sleep. But do they get upset if they don't have the accoutrement for those things? I have yet to find a use for floodgates. Bridges are always better. Oh, of course you could do bridges, couldn't you? Little raising and dropping drawbridge type things. Huh. It's not the craziest. I mean, do we try it with doors? Maybe we'll try it with doors. Okay. Well, anyway, we've got to dig it out before we can actually put any doors or floodgates or drawbridges in. So that's that. Is that like a big enough room? I think this will probably do. And then we'll get it engraved and smoothed out, and it will be all hunky-dory. Hopefully. Hopefully. We can always put in weapon racks and whatnot. Oh, actually, do we need a bed to make it a barracks? I don't know if we do we? I think we can do it through a weapon rack or an armour stand, can't we? Give them each a small bedroom? Could do. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We could add a sort of like a lock system here. Oh, hang on. We're not at the bottom of the pit, are we? Okay, let's not do that. Don't send them into war by flinging them into a deep pit. That's a bad move. I'm going to designate a couple of rooms for them then. Make them nice and big, because then at least they've got the bedrooms. That'll keep them happy. Does that look big enough? Looks pretty bloody big to me, to be honest. Let's try and simulate or get a little bit of symmetry. Symmetrulate? 3 either side, all the way up there. Bingo, bango, babongo. Papongo? May as well make it even bigger. There we go, that sort of works for me. And then we'll put a third bedroom for here, and maybe a fourth there. Not yet. Not yet. That's way too much. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How deep is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bang. And then from here. Oh, yes. No. That's better. Yeah, that's more like it. There we go. Diggy diggy. You just need a weapon rack or armor stand. Okay, that's good. They also want to be able to get their armor to them. I fancy the idea of very highly trained, very well equipped vampire squads. You know, just maximize. Do a bit of the old minimum maximuming. Or min-maxing, as it's more appropriately titled. Oh, we found some nice gemstones. That's good. They'll get auto cut pretty quickly. Do we try the door thing? I'm going to try the door thing. I'm going to build some doors on here, and we're going to lock them and control them with levers. So let's use obsidian doors, because I like the idea of having obsidian doors between us and the vampires. Sure, maybe it's a little bit, you know, pretentious, but what the hell, we have 14 of the things, we may as well use them. There we go, that's cool. And then we could use this room, once we've let them out, as the switch room for operating the doors, couldn't we? That makes sense. Since they'll be locked away from the rest of the dwarves, any masterwork furniture you can conjure up will help with their sanity. Okay, to train them faster, since last Vampire Squad didn't train very much by the end, I'd put a pit above them to dump captured enemies. Okay, have I afforded myself the space? Yeah, I think so. Let's build some levers. B, T. Actually, let's not build them in here and make this a lever room. Let's put them here. So we want a lever. You want to put that one there. And it doesn't matter about which mechanisms we use. And then we put another lever there. And then another lever there. One for each door. Good. Okay. Pardon me. And that should, all things being equal, lead to a nice little pseudo prison to keep our vamps in. We got any weapon racks? I'll try putting BR weapon rack. We're going to put 3 here. Oh yeah, we've got loads of weapon racks. Are any of them particularly? Expand, contract, what's that? Ah, okay. I don't know what any of these symbols mean, unfortunately, so what's the 3 little lines? Worth 50. Doesn't seem particularly good. Oh no, it's exceptional. What about these ones with the stars? It's worth more. Masterful. Okay, let's bung a masterful quartzite weapon rack in there. Show me more. Another masterful one in there, and then weapon rack there. Another masterful one, please. There we go, a Lignite one. And then, of course, we want armor stands. Place one there. I would like to see. There we go. Diorite. Basalt. And microcline. Lovely. Okay. And then we can put some doors on their individual bedrooms so they actually have the space for them. Rices says, but remember not to use spiders as droppable animals as they like to crawl on the ceilings. Yes, that seems like a bad move. Avoid that. Claycree, did you set the schedule orders up so that only 2 dwarves are needed to train? Yeah, my last fort, they just sort of sat there and never really did anything. While we're here, let's set some smoothing orders. We'll smooth the way in and the lovely little storeroom. There we go. I can get cracking. Don't know how many engravers we actually have. What's the yellow downward arrow? Is that them getting sad? I bet it is, isn't it? Oh dear. Oh dear. Gear 3 lines, star plus hyphen. From worst to best, it's hyphen plus asterisk. Okay, so that little starry shaped thing at the end, that is the best. Which is good to know. Very good to know. Down yellow arrow is distracted. Okay. They must be sad. I mean, being walled in like that is probably pretty annoying, so I can forgive them a little bit of moodiness, right? We don't have that many engravers. Maybe I need to assign some people to engraving. Bear with me, I'm going over to Dwarf Therapist. Let's find some of the new lads. Yeah, this new tranche of visitors. You can have stone detailing enabled. How does that sound? You excited about that as a suggestion? No? Nobody is excited about that as a suggestion, but that's okay. Everybody except the very talented surgeon. I'm not going to make him go, what the fuck? Why am I doing this engraving? I am a very talented surgeon. There we go. That's better. This will get smoothed out nice and quick now. With about, how many people are doing it now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 8 people smoothing. What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Put some doors on these doorways. There we go. No need to lock or lever those. They are, of course, just for bedrooms. I don't even think we need to make these bedrooms, but you know what? Seeing as we're here, no, don't put it there, you flacking dwagnub. Of course, I made that phrase up. Don't use that in public. It means nothing. Bed, there we go. Bang. Lovely. Beds. We've placed something random here. Another bed. Okay. We don't want that. Have we got cabinets? Build. That's a chain. C, chair or throne. Cabinet F. Should have remembered that. Let's put a cabinet in each opposite corner. Oh, I've only got 9 copper cabinets. Are they all good? They're all sort of okay. Nothing special. But seeing as they're all we've got, we'll just bung whatever we end up getting in each corner. Come on. There we go. Good. So they've got cabinets, they've got beds. They will need more stuff, but we'll sort that out in a bit. Don't worry. Hello, the big TJ 1337, or Leet, more accurately pronounced. You'll run out of places to smooth and they get rusty. I don't have so many on engraving anymore unless they're creative, but it really doesn't matter. Oh, okay. I just want to get this done quick, so I want the bandwidth, the throughput. But welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Down arrow is distracted, exclamation mark is a tantrum. Okay. Distracted by unmet needs. Maybe we should check to see what the vampires like. Give them the optimal setup. Let's go over to the therapist. Have a little look at Claycree and see what he likes. What do you like, vampire? Where are you, Claycree? Here you go. You're up here. Okay, so within the last week, she felt agitation during a long patrol duty. Boredom after being unable to practice a craft for too long. Loneliness after being away from people for too long. Blah, blah, blah. Let's look at what you like. Personality. Rarely feels discouraged. Doesn't handle stress well. Has a noticeable lack of perseverance. Is grateful when others help them out and tries to return favours. Has an active sense of humour. Is not particularly interested in what others think of them. Here we go. Preferences. Likes bituminous coal, pig iron, clear garnet, persimmon wood, beak dog leather, warthog hoof, reindeer, weapon racks, crowns, the colour aqua, and the words of the fabulous tresses. Prefers to consume river spirits, hates hamsters. Okay, there's not really anything I can hang a decorative scheme on there, unfortunately. What about Doosim? Likes mudstone, aluminium, faint yellow diamond, almond wood. Almond wood? Almond wood? Okay. Giant olm bone, alpacas, wrens, shields, the shape of gems, the words of the sensual strategy. That sounds like a bit of a dodgy book. The Sensual Strategy, the Ultimate Seducer's Guide, and the Sight of the Wispy Fragrance. Prefers to consume sweet potato wine and sorghum flour. Hates brown recluse spiders. I don't think they have a vast array of fans, to be honest. What does this guy like? Kogan likes chalk, iron, morganite, giant loon tooth, alpacas, bucklers, quivers, the shape of stars, the words of the fabulous tresses, the sounds of the velvety flower, and the sight of the wispy fragrance. Prefers to consume giant orca, dwarven wine, and bayberry tree fruit. Hates bark scorpions. Okay, I'm not really sensing any kind of meaningful theme I can hook myself on there to make them a nice bedroom, so I'll go back to the fortress and just get on with making it. Oh, a peasant has been taken by a fey mood. That's okay. Let's have a little look-see what that fey mood ends up letting them do. Into the craftsdwarf workshop, of course, and then they trot off. Let's have a little look-see what they go for, because obviously we don't want them to sit in that craftsdwarf shop screaming for gear and then, having a tantrum when they don't get it. Surprise, surprise, bones are high on the list. Very popular for making items in this fortress. Bone appears to be a must-have element. Dwarf vampire needs are always unmet because they still need alcohol but won't drink it. Apparently, if you've got a barkeeper, the barkeeper will put a drink in their hand, which they will automatically drink. Or so saith Krugsmash. And I have no reason to disbelieve the things I've seen in his videos. Oh, look at that. Immediately. He gets some bones and then he sits in there. Metal bars, cut gems, bones, rough gems, the rough gems bottleneck. Every time. In fact, let's dig out these, shall we? D, Control V, Control V. Oh my goodness. Horrific burping. That should do the deed. Let's get a miner up here to dig those out. He should run straight over to them as soon as they've been dug from the wall. Come on, little lad. Get that shit dug out. And... no. Oh, no, there he goes. He's got them. He's got the green gems. We've got a very drowsy peasant. I'm not really interested in how sleepy my peasants are. They can get on with it. They'll be fine. They will be fine. Best Dwarf Fortress stream conscription, where I rolls and get killed by a child 4 minutes later due to a fell mood to be turned into a crossbow. Ah, that's not good. I mean, fell moods are kind of cool when they end up making interesting stuff, but when your guy gets jacked, it's a little bit disappointing. Just a shade. He seems to be running backwards and forwards from this workshop pretty rapidly. He's not running out of ingredients, so it seems like he's going to start making it. Oh, he's run off again. Green metal bars. What were they? Huh. Okay, he's begun construction. Excellent. Okay, so we no longer need to worry about what they're getting up to. Let's get back to our little vampire zone. How's that working out? Huh? Vampires? Ah, here we go, the vampire zone. Good. Most of the smoothing's well underway, so let's designate a little bit more stone for smoothing. S, here we go. And we'll do the bedrooms. There we go. And this one down here, of course. And then we'll do the main training room. And beyond that, what else can we put in there? If anyone's got any strong suggestions, I would like to know. Something to keep the old vampire squad happy. I rolled the weaponsmith. Best target for fell moods to get butchered into a weapon. Well, I can see there's a certain amount of poetry to that, yeah. A weaponsmith being turned into a weapon does have a little ring to it. But all things considered, if I were a weaponsmith, I would rather not be integrated into any of the weapons. You know, I'd rather maintain separateness from my craft work. What am I talking about? Maintain separateness from my craft work. Yeah, I don't want to be made into an inanimate object. An inamorate object sounds like it's without love, which is quite sad. Oh, poor inamorate objects with no amory. Ah, boy, these engravers take a while, don't they? I suppose, as the old adage says, a watched pot never boils, so I should probably stop staring at them and waiting for them to do stuff. But I am also experiencing a little bit of concern regarding these levers. Are all of my mechanics dead? Surely we've got a mechanic knocking around with the skill enabled. Then again, maybe they're trapped churning out mechanisms. They can't be. I'll leave you watching these engravers for a moment. I'm just heading over to sort by nothing in Dwarf Therapist. Sort by mechanics. We should have 4 people with good mechanics skills. Although one of them is our legendary weaver, so... Okay. Right, back to the fortress again. Ugh. A vile force of darkness has arrived. Cool. Who have we got here? A human. Human lasher? Human swordsman? Okay, well, in that case, down to here, into the military screen, to the alerts, and set the civilian alert to get everybody indoors. So, bang. Unpaused. Let's forget about everything else for a moment and get everyone inside as quick as possible. Let's just... Oh! They finished the item. That's fantastic. Rakust Shorasetan, the peasant, has created Cord Mazlest. Cordamulzest, Shosei Legazchoz, the sheepbone pick. She offers it to the organised salves. Oh, that's lovely. Let's take a look at our sheepbone pick. Cosmo rings, the fragrant proliferations. Very nice. Oh my god, it's worth 7 million credits. That's pretty valuable. This is a sheepbone pick. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of sheepbone, ash-cushion obsidian cabochons, and trillion-cut rhodolites. This object menaces with spikes of heliodor, adamantine, and schist. Oh, shit, they've used the adamantine, that's why. On the item is an image of not suspicious rough attic, the dwarf, and a basalt weapon rack in adamantine. Not suspicious rough attic is raising the basalt weapon rack. The artwork relates to the masterful basalt weapon rack created by the dwarf Not Suspicious Rough Attic for the organised salves at Carnage Girder in the early spring of 1051. 777k, not 7 million. Oh, still, yeah, well, it is good. It is good. Oh, no, I'm worried. I'm worried that these invaders are going to nick this. Is it actually? It's actually a sheep bone pick, but hinted with obsidian. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're right. Yeah, 777,000. Here's me adding an extra digit. What an idiot. 500 sharpness, 5% sharpness of iron. Okay, I don't really know what that means. Cool. Anyway, so at least we've got an artifact pick knocking around. Right, let's get back to the surface and do a quick survey to see who is still out there. Have we got anybody prattling around playing silly buggers? Yes, we've got this lad carrying some wood. He's a furnace operator. Why are you carrying wood? We have magma furnaces, you idiot. Anyone down here? Nope, I'm not seeing any dwarves. That's good. Okay, let's unpause. Let's let this laddie get in. They should take a few seconds to get down the mountainside, hopefully. Let's go up a few floors. I don't see any of them yet. They were coming from the top left, weren't they? Let's pause and check. Oh no, here they are, here they are. They're coming down now. They're coming down. They're getting close. I suspect this boy is getting killed. Doesn't seem likely that he'll survive. But I am going to attempt the same strategy as last time. Allow them onto the bridge and then attempt to screw them over with a nice pit drop. That'll be good, wouldn't it? Oh, hello. Hello, they're nearly here. Quick, quick, quick. Brace yourself for lever pulling. Braced for lever pulling. Is this guy going to make it back? Doesn't look like it. He's going to be behind the enemy once he gets in there. Ah, well. Good knowing you. Good knowing you. Oh, wow. Dead in seconds. Really quite horrible. And now they bundle in on him. How rude. How bloody rude. Okay, come on, guys. In you come. Get over that drawbridge. You know it makes sense. There's not that many of them. Oh, wait a minute. There's another one coming down. Maybe they've split into multiple groups. Here we go. 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 Come on. Somebody get in there and pull that bastard lever and send that guy flying. Quickly. Anybody? Somebody? Now. Now. Oh, fuck. Yes. Get on that. Stand on it. Fall. Oh, shit. Well, we've trapped them. There is that. They are trapped. So what I'm thinking is maybe do 2 more quick pulls on the lever. See if we can entice any of them into a bit of doom. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. You might be able to make him drop the log by suspending his hauling job. That's a good point. Yeah. I don't know if we want to throw the adamantine pick into the candy hole yet. I mean, we're going to keep the candy hole closed for now. Candy holes, they're not optimal. Not optimal for survival. Okay, we've got some starving animals. That's okay. Let's pop this. Add a new task. Pull it. Do it now. Add a new task. Pull it. Do it now. Okay. Boom. Fingers crossed. The same guy does it quickly. There we go. Pull it. Bingo. Get them advanced a bit. And pull it again. Oh, this is lovely. Pull it. Did we get a drop? We got a dropper, right? Someone went down. They survive. The little fucker survived. Let's have a look at him. Let's have a look at him. Enter view. His left hand is bruised. I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with digging this massive pit, having someone fall down it and getting their hand bruised. That is highly disappointing. Still, let's see if we can replicate the bruising, the great bruising. Pull the lever now, and pull the lever now. Good. Right, come on, lads. Somebody run over there and do it for me. Oh, we should unpause the game. That's probably going to make things happen a bit quicker. We do need more silver spikes down there, but we haven't quite got the opportunity to install them yet. So we're going to have to do this slowly. It's going to have to be death by 1,000 small drops. Kind of like if they're falling down a staircase even. Ah, shit. They're running away. Come on, come on. Flip that switch. Make them fly. One last chance. Well, that was mighty disappointing. Oh no, look, they're going down. They're going down the stairs to get into the pit. Is the order to pull that lever still on? Holy shit. Just left it open. I'm such a brave boy. So brave. Right, let's go down and see who's down here. Are they going to help their friend? Presumably. Hopefully that's fresh blood. Oh, for a second there I thought I'd opened up the caverns to the bloody attackers, but turns out, no, haven't done that. That's fine. Are they even going down there? I don't think they are they? Oh my fucking god. Whew. There we go, they're coming back in. Jesus Christ, we nearly got jacked. Fingers crossed they don't get... Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Everybody get on there. Come on. Ooh, it's not going to happen, is it? They have got the order to pull that, right? It did get pulled, right? Please drop them. Come on, get on there. Get on there before it opens. He's done. He's toast. He's toast. What's going on? Why isn't it opening? Oh no. Come on, anyone? Oh no, 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 this is bad. This is bad. They've made it across. They've made it across and no one's pulled the friggin' lever. Well, now we're fucked. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got cage traps there. That is our last line of defense. Let's just see the cage traps and how they work. Yes. Yes. Come on. Oh, look, he's just mincing through our bloody military again. This is a pain in the arse. Hopefully Archimedes will get in there with his spear and do some damage. Although it doesn't look optimal, it has to be said. Is this boy still alive? Human. He's dropped some weapons there. Ah, there's a corpse of a friendo. This guy's made it past all the traps. How has he done that? Oof. Oh, no, 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 no. Squad. A, B, C. I need you to kill this bad boy. Kill him. Go. Okay, let's see how this works out. I suspect it's going to result in the complete massacre of our population. Although he does seem to be... Is he leaving a bloody trail or is that our blood? What's going on here? Oh, I think he's dead. Okay, incursion almost evaded. There's still this boy here who's killing people, so we'll get in there. We'll kill him. Kill this human. Good. Let's get in there. Do the killing, please, lads. Killy, killy. Killy, killy. Killy, killy. Killy, killy. Right. Is that all of the humans who made it into the fortress proper now dealt with? Don't see any live humans banging about. Good. Right, in that case, let's get out of this military screen, add a new task, pull the lever, do it now, add a new task, pull the lever, do it now. Bingo. That should... Oh no, hang on, that will close it and open it. That's good, that's what we want. That's what we want it to do. That's what we want it to do. Right, that's it, he's pulled it once. It's going to close. Isn't it? Is it? Will it? Won't it? Can it? Can't it? Uncle, aren't it? Oh. Very much just found a cool DF hack. Oh, hello, Meb Harry. Welcome to the stream. Sorry about that. They do leave nasty bruises, apparently, these enormous falls. Is anybody going to actually pull that fucking switch in time, or is this going to be a repeat of last time? Open. Open. No! Beans. We fucking beansed it. Okay, everybody stay this side of the cage traps. Oh, they're making it through the cage traps. Oh, my fortress. A, B, C. There we go. Everybody get in here. We'll look at the list. Select from list. There we go. And we'll presume the ones we want are at the bottom. Trolls, troglodytes, crumbles. These ones at the end. These look like the lads. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. And then we'll go down a little further and we'll ignore the barn owl and the naked mole puppy. Give order. And then let's see if our military can survive. Will we survive this night? I mean, all signs point to a massive population drop. Whatever, whether we survive or not. There's already a human trying to flee. That's a good sign, is it? And they do all seem to be bottled up round the entryway. I don't see anyone who's made it past the little knot of combat. So that's good. Right? Let's check the combat reports. Let's see what's happening. Oh, we can't. The combat is still unfolding. You know what? Let's leave the squad screen. Let's look at the reports. The human is fighting. Lots of blue. I like that. I like that. Parried by the copper battle axe. Strikes the wrestler. Definitely parried. The wrestler slaps the human spearman in the left lower leg with the flat of his copper battle axe, fracturing the bone through the large copper chain leggings. The force bends the left knee, tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone, and tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone. A ligament has been torn, and a tendon has been torn. The human spearman gives in to pain. Ah. Can't shake the feeling that pulling it twice right away is cancelling out the second pull. That does sound like it makes sense, Meb Harry. That does kind of make sense. And the big TJ says, to my knowledge, humans know what traps are and will avoid them from my observations, unlike goblins. Ah, okay, so goblins are much more vulnerable to the traps. That makes sense. Okay. I think the bridge takes a few ticks to activate after the lever pull. I think the time is dependent on gear quality, and during that time the next pull does nothing. Oh. Right, okay, that seems like a very sensible explanation of what's going on here. How's the wrestler doing? He's got 9 pages. Is it good? Got a bit of red, but it's all parrying and missing. Okay. Okay, it looks like we did okay in that one. It's messy, but I think we've won. Oh yeah, the siege marker's gone. Yay, the siege is over. Although we should probably quickly dance over to the old dwarf therapist and have a look at how many people we lost. We had 122 adults, 11 children, and 1 sweet, sweet baby. And now we have 113 adults, 10 children, and another, or possibly the same, sweet, sweet baby. I've got currently sorted by nothing. If we go over there now, we can have a quick look at what's going on. There we go. Victory indeed, Vehemet. And thank you for the GG, Claycree. And what a lovely thing to say as well. It rhymes. Very nice. Let me sort by squads and see how many of our military died. Jesus Christ, there's only 3 of the humorous rocks left alive. But the Turquoise Ancients only lost 4 people. That's good. They are currently still under a kill order, which worries me. Kind of suggests that there's a human being on the loose. There's a human on the loose again. Although they could be in these cages. Can they kill someone in a cage? Or does that make it difficult? Oh, hold on a minute. There we go. Back into the game. Actually, looking at the time, it's 3:30 in the morning here, and I've done another hour and 45 minutes of recording when I said I was only going to do half an hour to an hour, haven't I? So maybe just maybe, it's time for me to wrap this up for the evening. Those of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much for doing so. It's been a pleasure recording for you, but I'll have to see you next time. Bye-bye, YouTube. Bye. Bye. Come see us live sometime. Bye.